up at live. 3 a.m. we like 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Ooh, yeah. It's 2 a.m. Let's got me loose. From what you said, I'm you. Then won't get me through. I got a bag, but I want you. Send me your location. Send me your location. I need to know your location. Send me your location. Where you at? Where you been? Taking pictures on the trip with your friends. Bad all, we don't count it, just spend. Make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once, so let's take. Don't miss. Pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips. More time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment.
Representing the legendary Al Davis, and teams will to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Chicago Bears and the Las Vegas Raiders. They're on the visiting sideline. Head coach of the Bears, Ben Johnson. These guys searching for their first win since that season opener. Running the show across the field, that's Raiders head coach Pete Carroll. His guys with a crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt up here in the booth. Veteran Matt Prater down on the field, ready to get us started. And here we go on EA Sports. Things going well so far. And that's out of bounds all the way across the 45, very nearly to midfield. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by a QB who made his starting debut all the way back in 2012. You weren't still playing then, were you, Brock? He's found plenty of touchdowns since then. It's Kirk Cousins.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, and took great care of the football. And of course, he cares less about those two numbers. It's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Another give here to Jency. That's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Give him 8 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets a few on the plays forward.
Hey, that's a run that's whole home on the stat sheet. But if you see it make a play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Before the play clock expires, Pete Carroll averts that penalty, signals timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Second down now, 7 to go. To the air, Cousins. Caught, Trey Tucker makes the play. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 18-yard pickup there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
The number's pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. There's the fake. Cousins to throw. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. Listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders 7, Bears nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Khalif Raymond to return it. He dodged the tackle. He's brought down just inside the 25. So here comes the Bears as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with a loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And this is brought to a stop at that 34-yard line now. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Looking from the gun, Williams. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
They may not have been the first defense to hit the field today, but certainly they wasted no time making their presence felt. Couple sacks in just the first few plays here, and they'll add more to it if this offense doesn't start to figure out their protection.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's caught by the rookie from Texas A&M. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
A gain of 12 yards.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, do it through training camp, do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. When he'll take this ahead for 7, we've got 2nd and 3 now.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Looking to throw, Cousins. Pass caught by Jack Bash. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. And that one goes for a gain of 11. That's a Vegas 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Cousins. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get that one to Brock Bowers. So it'll be second down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Setting him on the dive. On the move, past the 40. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. Just gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
In the triple option system, Kate, that you see a lot of the military schools run, their fullback's called a B-back, right behind that QB. B for blocker, because that's what he does the majority of the time. But when these fullbacks get a chance to put on a show and make an A play, I'm all for it.
First and 10. Here's Cousins. Ooh, almost to throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
This is Gentine on second. He finds space, middle of the field. And he's going to get this down to the 9. And puts him in goal to go.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas. And you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. From the pocket, and he's going down. They said no to that shorter field goal, partner. Roll the dice for more, and they're going to end this first half empty-handed as a result. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're hoping to convert here on second and goal. Here's Cousins. Looking for some. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. So after the play, trainers headed out. A member of the Bears out there in some discomfort. Back-to-back sacks, and this defense hungry for a third here. It's third and goal. Third and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. From the left hash, 34 yards away.
A 34-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
2 drives, and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind. You only got a field goal there, Kate. You got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10. Williams on the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up second down. To throw, Williams. Down he goes. Raiders got it. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
I know quarterbacks quarterbacks get paid a lot of money, a lot of glamour in this league, but today, it's a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3-and-out.
They kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. That forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Brought in at the 41. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
At the 46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46. Throwing his Cousins. Brought in inside the 20. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down the 16-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
Just about every offense that's beginning time since the forward pass came has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Straight ahead with Genty. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here. Fullback trying to power it across. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders making a 16-point ball game. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on the fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Gay with the point after. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead.
Raiders 17. Bears nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Raymond on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Has his man caught by Odunze. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
And the Bears first down.
Williams from the gun. It's on the in route. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20. Williams to throw. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. Williams. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. To throw is Williams. And he puts him there under this one, right side. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down. Fourth down punt upcoming. Here's Torrey Taylor to put his leg into it. Pushing it up past the 30. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So Coach Pete Carroll ushers his Raider offense back to the field. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after that.
He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion. Cousins now off the play fake. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. But I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. With the tempo, some hurry-up offense.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Here's his cuts. That's Bowers working downfield. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. So 20 yards on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Into traffic, complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Out of the gun, Cousins. Escapes the pocket. Well, he might be close to this lead blown again. That play gives him 1st and goal. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get more points to end a lopsided first half. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders make it a 24-point ball game.
24. Bears nothing.
The out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Raymond on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Here come the Bears back out on offense. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. First down from the 41.
A gain of 13 yards.
Looking from the gun, Williams. Flushed out now to his left.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. And it's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
7-yard line.
He'll throw it. Williams hit, that ball's out. But it appears that the Bears were able to get their paws on that one, so they're keeping the football. One last play before the break. Back to throw it. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Tampa, the Buccaneers at home to take on the defending champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is Devontae Smith. A deep shot downfield, and he's right there to look it in, and they're not gonna get it. 75 yards this one goes, the catch and run for the score. The Eagles bounce back from the loss in Week 3. They move to 3-1 with the W. From there, how about we head out to Buffalo? Let's check in on the Bills. They're playing host to the New Orleans Saints. And it's last year's MVP, Josh Allen. On target with that one, he had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons hosting the Washington Commanders. And it's the second-year quarterback, Michael Penix. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Falcons are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Raymond on the return. And decent run back is going to end as they go down inside the 30. Ben Johnson doing the last bit of coaching here as the Bears return to the field. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding
incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
He's already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. On play action, Williams.
Oh, come on, man.
Escapes out to the left. Williams hit, and that ball's out. And the Raiders get to it. Won't manage anything after the recovery, so that is where they'll take over after the fumble.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do ever is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They've got first down here from the 36. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go and attack home while they're still shaking out that last touchdown.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the air, Cousins. Taking it on the slant by Besh. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Cousins. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Cousins throwing again. Drops back. Needs an open man. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Cousins. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. Play action now for Cousins. And he's got it. It's in close. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Ooh, baby. This one has gotten well out of hand.
I think so. I think this is utter domination. There'll be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again.
31. Bears nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Williams to throw on 1st. Connecting with his back here. Swift. And he's short of the 1st after a mild game.
I don't know why, every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a conflict. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Check down into the hands of Swift. Oh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield. Chicago brings out the punting unit. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And the fair catch secure here at the 16.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
I've been ready since my dad used to tell me you coming to the house to get me. He ain't so.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. We give up the guns. It's Genty. And he'll be met into the lines. Limit the gain to a yard. Stopped by Grady Jarrett.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Man downfield, and he finds Besh. Near that 40-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
1st and 10, here's Cousins. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now, ball still at that 39-yard line. Pitch play to Genty. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Well, that play right there, that one is wide linemen. They run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex at the combine. Yeah, having fast, agile, big guys up front, it lets them set the table so the running backs can go do their job.
He made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Here's Cousins now. Oh, I get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. But I believe a Raider covered that one, so the Raiders hang on to possession. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. All set to go now from the 35. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 1st down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Cousins out of the pistol here. This Genty underneath. They get 4 of those 50 yards back. Still behind the sticks, though. 2nd and 11.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
runs to the line. Second down. Cousins now off the play fake. Throwing the out route complete. It's inside the 10. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
It's a gain of 33. And the Las Vegas first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Genty. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders are running him out of the building. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead.
38. Bears nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bears about set for their next possession. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. First down, Williams to throw. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Better than that. Really well covered, Dave, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third and the man in motion right. Throwing again on second, Williams. The left side is hauled in by Loveland. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
And the Bears first down.
Williams from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. And they'll come up on first and 10.
That's another Bears first down.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And down he goes. Raiders got him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Third down and 16.
Third and long for him here.
Oh, come on.
It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face fourth down. On now comes their punter. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. The Raiders and Kirk Cousins headed back out to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. On first down, Genty. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Back to Genty. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Vegas first down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
First and 10, Cousins.
Oh, shit.
Really intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. On second and 10, Cousins again. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A big play nets him 17 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
We've set it down from 37. There's the fake, Cousins to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Good elementary. Maybe that's not easy. The placement, excellent. He helps set his target up. Put some more yards on that stat sheet.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Big play sets him up pretty here with first and goal from the 5. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Raiders continue adding to an insurmountable lead. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead, I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Raiders tack on 7 more to their lead.
45. Bears nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Raymond on the return. Escapes a defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Williams set to pass. He's holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. On this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return.
At their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They're going to pass it here. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face second down. All right, one more snap to play here. On the play fake, it's Cousins. Finds him on the crossing route. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. Well, what began as just a good start to the season might be becoming something a little bit better, Brock. 4-0 now. There may be some serious legs to the start they're having here.
Yeah, let's not go calling them the 72 Dolphins yet, Kate. A lot of season left. But you'll hear coaches, especially in this first month of the season, call it stacking wins.
Yep.
And you know, if you can sustain success and you stack these wins early, you're typically a playoff team late.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.
You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. But that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. But that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yes, outside dog. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me.
1 month down, and what a month it was. I'm Scott Hansen. Here's your Week 4 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Plenty of action to get to. We'll begin out in Las Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the Chicago Bears. And it's the guy who was an all-pro as a rookie, Brock Bowers. They put a lot of trust in him, and it's well placed. This, one of 3 touchdowns for him in the game. Next up, we go to Big D, specifically Arlington, Texas. Check in on the Cowboys. They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And it's the newest Cowboy, George Pickens. One of his game coming right here. The Cowboys have won 3 straight since falling in the season opener. They get the victory here. One last one to show you, and it's in Detroit. It's the Lions taking on the Cleveland Browns. and it's the All-Pro Amon-Ra St. Brown. You want instant offense? Try this one on for size. He makes the catch, and then watch him go. Put it down as an 81-yard catch and run for the score. So that'll do it for us. 1 month of the season is in the books, and it will only get better from here. Until next week, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from EA Sports.
First time I done got wild in a long time. We didn't have a good time, not a long time. Prime time, feeling like Dion in the limelight. Showdown, trying to blow it down, get my mind right. Oh, hey, what you know? Ain't crashing out, but my pedal is to the floor. Whether in the clouds or down below, all I wanna do is hear you get loud. So get loud. So get loud. So get loud. I take the first, you keep them coming. We know a lot about turning nothing to something. We doing big things, ain't never bluffing. Top of the world, ain't no doubt in mine, it's about time. Whoa. Hey, what you know? Ain't crashing out, but my pedal is to the floor. Whether in the clouds or down below, all I wanna do is hear you get loud. So get loud. So get loud. So get loud. Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, mate. Get they suit tucks begging. I ain't even got $2, so you roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang yours, cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. That's the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's same time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Hey, well, okay. I catch dog, he getting the beats like it's Dre, like the money in the bank. You better play where it's safe. Told him Bella fill his tank, run up to the next state. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the public. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slide me something. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You don't believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see them. Got get it, go retrieve it, short, small. When that's from Cali with the cheetah, print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination. I used to see. Wake up and I found out that I change up. Wake up, did I change up? Is it light out yet? Did I find out better? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed with my arm on face. Face around, better try to breathe. Face around, face around. I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blind. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination. I used to see. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to.
6 days a week, it's going to be used to forge horseshoes, but 1 day a week, an anvil is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis. It's been wrong once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. Leading the Raiders sideline, that is head coach Pete Carroll. His defense motivated as ever, coming off that shutout to last week's win. Across the field, that's Shane Steichen, coach of the Colts. His guys no doubt happy to be back home after they took the loss on the road last week. With my buddy Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. This is Rigoberto Sanchez to get us started. And we're off on EA Sports. Dylan Laube on the return. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Following the play, there's somebody in some pretty clear pain. Looks like that's Michael Mayer, who they're going to head out to check on. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. The first carry here for Ashton Genty. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Giving this to Genty. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they could be facing third down to begin this ballgame.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Play action now for Cousins. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
And off to Genty. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch made. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Genty is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. And leading them, the 6th overall pick, entering his 7th season here in the NFL. Out of Duke, Daniel Jones.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins.
Already off the fucking rip.
This drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 14-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Jones. Finds his back complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. One drive in, and he is already in line for that ice bath. Took a couple of early hits. It looks like it's affecting his ability to deliver that football.
Yeah, and I'll let you in on a little secret here, Kate. Those defenses, once they get to the quarterback, they usually don't stop.
Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. This is Genty. Shoves him off. He's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Vegas first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
All set to go now from the 35. First down throw for Cousins. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing third and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
On third down, Genty. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You love a huddle. Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Has him on the quick hitter. And the Colts pick it up. And deep in their own territory, they're going to take possession now after the fumble.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
After reviewing the play,
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Second down, looking for options. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he stopped after a gain of about 5. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Cousins. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Raiders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Brock Bowers the touchdown. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Colts file out into formation. Here comes first and 10. Now it's Jones out the play action. That one finds Josh Downs. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that point. Give him 13 on that play.
Come on.
That is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the ground, DJ Giddens gets it. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
No, come on. Fucking move.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Genty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No
Fucking
gain.
base mask, man.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Ron. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They'll work against the blitz. Completed over the middle. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So 3rd and short coming up from the 33. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. On the ground with Genty. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Manages a gain of 3 there. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. Now it's Cousins. Snagging near the boundary by Besh. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
A gain of 12.
They'll run it with Genty. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They've invested some early touches in him, Brock, and the returns so far, I'd say very promising.
Kate, I told you this story before, but it was the same play 18 plays in a row. You know, I was really good with that clipboard on the sidelines. 18 plays in a row. Peyton ran the same play. If you can't stop it, keep calling it.
Horrible. Fucking throw.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins now. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Time and again, receivers would tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. That finds Besh, complete. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's him the 1st.
A gain of 12. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
It's Cousins once more. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Jack Besh on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
10 yards to go.
Cousins throwing again. And that one's incomplete for now. He brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Don't want to give them another shot at 3rd down, so they'll bring up 4th while they can and decline the flag. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. It's a 39-yarder from the left hash. Gay's kick is good. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
17.
Well, nice for this offense to know that even when they don't find the end zone, they could still come away with some points and keep up an awfully impressive pace they've set for themselves.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. Things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Blitz coming for Jones. And down he goes. Raiders got it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Following the sack, needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18.
Let's go. Panther 60.
Pressure comes, Jones. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense.
That's the best you can come up with.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long.
19 Tiger.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. The Colts ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So Coach Pete Carroll ushers his Raider offense back to the field. They've ripped off 4 straight wins, and if this lead holds, that's going to be 5 before we know it. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 11.
So 1st down from the 41.
First down.
Cousins now off the play fake. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders make it a 24-point ball game.
Colts nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Colts offense getting one final possession here in the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off that deficit. Only half a minute to go in our half. In the drive. Jones on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it.
Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its second. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First down. First and 10.
On first down, Jones throwing the out route complete. And he'll be brought down a 17 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one.
At their 48-yard line.
Play action now with Jones. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
3rd and 1. Here's Jones. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. That's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. This is brought in at the 15. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Gay to add the extra point. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our look around the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. All right, Kate, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. It's the first weekend of October, our first week with byes on the schedule. Lots to unpack, so let's get into it. And it's the man who missed last year but is back now, J.J. McCarthy. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We'll look in on the Rams as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And it's CMC, Christian McCaffrey. The team got into the red zone, he gets into the end zone. A 10-yard touchdown run. The 49ers move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's the 3rd-year quarterback, Bryce Young. One of 2 touchdown passes for him in this first half. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Panthers trying to get back over 500 in the early parts of the season. They lead at the break. With that, a look at the rest of what went on in Week 5 with Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh all on the bye. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Back and forth my ass. Fucking wipe out.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Shane Steichen getting his Colts offense ready to go for a new series. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late.
Okay, ready?
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
There's a dive up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stop speed for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
To the right, reeled in by Downs. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
3rd and 8.
Here we go, shot. Viking 8.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Raiders close it in, and down he goes. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the 2nd half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Has some daylight through the 40. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. We give here to Jency. Headed right through the middle of the field. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Now, when you got a game changer as a wide receiver, you want to get the ball in his hands any way you can. And I love that call. Right, we see it all the time on bubbles and quick little receptions. Put the ball in his hands as a runner, and this dude's dynamic.
Jency. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Jency again. He's not going to score. He stopped short. Actually might have lost a couple back at the 2.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Back-to-back stands from this front. No gain on the play brings up 4th and goal.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they meet right at that line. And they didn't have to try him backward, All they had to do was hold the line.
He runs it across. Touchdown! Raiders push their lead further to start the half. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
The Raiders' kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Carry by Giddens. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Looking right, and he finds him. Wow, they sent him backwards all 3 plays, Brock. That should pretty clearly bring out the punting unit. Let's see. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Raiders and Kirk Cousins headed back out to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. To the air, Cousins. Taking it on the slant by Bash. And he's going to be brought down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play. That's not a big completion on the stat sheet. That's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Shoves one away. Completed over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. And gain 11 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down. Now Cousins again. It's inside the 10. Run is caught. And we might be close to this lead growing again. And that play gives him a 1st and goal. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Raiders ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. Offense in position now. It's 1st and
Oh, come on.
Delay of game. Offense.
Fuck you.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Bullshit.
1st and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. Cousins to throw once again. Cutting in the goal line. And you make up a few of the yards that they lost to that flag. Looks like 2nd down and 12 coming up. So from the 3, here's 2nd down. They are throwing it again.
Oh, no.
It's intercepted. Charvarius Ward picks it off. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. And they're going to score. Pick 6, Indianapolis. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return. Then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts take 7 points off the deficit. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Laube with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. He cuts it back right.
What is going on? Oh, my God.
And they've really been smothered by that defense all
just on a scoreboard, partner. Any yards at all, they've just been tough to come by.
Yeah, just hard yards. Just hard, just no rhythm really throughout this one. Let's get some credit to that defense who has just had their number from beginning to end.
Running with Giddens. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Giddens. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. How about the big fella blasting through the middle, disrupting everything this offense was trying to do. Baby.
You love when big men make plays, huh? I think you get more animated and excited. Like I do, I'm not gonna lie. Huh? Yeah, they're doing their work. They're doing their job. So often they don't get all the headlines. They do so much of the dirty work. Not that time. He gets his headlines. He gets on the stat sheet. 2 big points for his defense.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, kid, one of the things I'm most proud of coming on the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that one.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now it's Cousins. Hits him on the out route. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders throwing 6 more on the blowout. Brock Bowers the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Gould on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Colts are ready to take the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First call here coming from the shotgun. On the shotgun, it's Jones. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Pressure comes, Jones. They're on him again, and he goes down again. Back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage. Set him up now with third down.
Let's go now. Go. 70 Lions.
Third and long for him here. A third consecutive sack. The defense totally dominating this drive, Brock. That brings up fourth down. They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. He's got it near midfield. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Raiders about to move to a perfect 5-0 this season. New set of downs from 37. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Throw wheeled in by Mayer. They're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They're going to pass it here. Going left side, Bowers has it. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They throw it in, and they grow that lead further. The Raiders running them out of the building. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they can find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
Kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Colts offense set to head out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing here, Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. After one play of this drive, might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And this is going to be Raiders football.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? They freed that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They're going to throw now, following a turnover. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Raiders continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That's brought in by Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there. 2nd down now. They need 7. To throw. Here's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And we didn't need to reach the closing stages of the game for this one to be over. They had things decided and fans heading for those exits well before the clock reached zeros here in the 4th. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we say so long from Indy.
Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m. we ended up at Live. 3 a.m. we like Pope. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home.
Just spin, make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once, so we so let's take, don't miss. Pour them all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips, more time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just floating.
spirited. Only restaurant is gonna be Michelin.
What?
I mean Michelin, traveling on dividends. She said that I'm bald like a 90s symbol is. I'm getting paid talking rap on the internet. Yeah, my name green, but I ain't crab, I be generous. LA to Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight.
Players don't reach breakout status on their own. A good game sets the table. Coaches are the ones responsible for recognizing it and challenging players to push further.
Stop the rock. Stop the rock. Stop the rock. Stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Stop the rock. Stop the rock. Stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop. Shake my paranoia. Can't stop the rock. 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 Shake my paranoia. I'm moving, moving, dancing like Madonna into the groove. Shake my paranoia. I'm moving, moving, dancing like Madonna into the groove. Stop the rock, can't stop the rock, you can't stop the rock, can't stop the rock, you can't stop the rock, can't stop the rock, you can't stop the rock, can't stop the rock, you can't stop. Down, down, baby. Down, down, baby. Down, down, baby. Down, down, baby. Shake the rock like Henry Moon. Aphrodite at the water hole. Shake the rock like Henry Moon.
trying to get crazy with this, see? Don't you know I'm loco?
Thinking it's all over when I go out. Oh, making my mind slow. That's why I don't with the big bro. I got to maintain, cause it like me is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Undercover, now it's time for the blubber. Blabber, to watch that belly get fat. A fat boy on a diet. Don't try it. Attack yo like a looter in a riot. Fat like a sumo. Leaving your face in the grass. You know, I don't take a dulo lightly. Just jealous cause they can't outright me. Or kick that style. Wicked, wow. Happy face, never seen me smile. Rip that mainframe, I'll explain. Like me is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Like Louis Armstrong, play the trumpet off that and break y'all something soon. I got to get my props. Cops come and try to snatch these pigs. Wanna blow my house down. Head underground to the next town. They get mad when they come to raid my pad, and I'm out in the night too scared. Yes, I'm the pirate pilot of this ship. If I dip with the ultraviolet dream, hide from the red light beam. Now do you believe in the unseen? Look, but don't make your eyes strain. Like me, it's going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane.
You heard about a man, the lift controller, the lever king. I told you, hop in and let the journey begin. Straight and shiny face, let you some love for all his face.